Today we're going to do a special lesson. There we go. Here's the recording. Um, just get into it. So, who knows what is the Hebrew date today?
Eight?
The Hebrew date.
Oh, the Hebrew date. I can find it.
11 of Tevet.
Maybe for you. Well, technically it's already sundown, so it's already 11th, the Yud Aleph in Tevet. And does anybody know what usually happens on the 10th of Tevet? Does anybody know? Anybody aware?
Yeah, that's right.
It's
It's
the siege of Jerusalem. So we're going to talk about that just a little bit in kind of like in the context of Israeli culture, Jewish culture, and we're going to learn some words that are associated with this day. Okay, so Asara B'Tevet, if you remember your numbers, then Esel is 10, and Asara is 10 as well. Esel is feminine, Asara is masculine, the masculine form. Okay. Wait a second. Wait. Okay, so Asara B'Tevet, just a little bit of facts before we jump into some related vocabulary. So Asara B'Tevet, the 10th of Tevet, it's a minor fast. It's not a major fast, which basically means that it starts at daylight, then it basically ends in nightfall. So it's a pretty easy fast to fast. However, you still have to abstain from both liquid and from food. Okay. So it started this morning. For us, we're commemorating it and ended a couple hours ago. And what does it commemorate? It commemorates the siege of Jerusalem. There are 4 fasts that are tied to this, to basically the destruction of the temple. And things kind of begin going south over here. So on this day, Nebuchadnezzar, I'm going to learn the Hebrew pronunciation of this very long name. The king of Babylon, he laid siege to Jerusalem. And that's what basically was the catalyst of the destruction of the first temple. Okay? All right. There's some biblical references of where you can read about said siege. In 2 Kings 25, also mentioned in Ezekiel as well. Just like I said, there are other 3 that this particular fast day is associated with. One of them is Tzom Gedalia. The other one is Yud Zayin B'Tammuz, 17th of Tammuz, and Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, which is a major fast. So if we're talking about minor fasts that start in the morning and end at night, this one starts basically from nightfall to nightfall. That would be Tisha B'Av. Okay.
Yeah.
It has some unique characteristics as far as rabbinical law goes, according to some opinions. Of course, not everybody is in agreement on this, but even if it falls on Shabbat, it should still be observed. in practice it doesn't really fall on Shabbat, but it's just like a way of saying it. This is a big deal. And when you think about Jewish tradition, this memory is very heavy and very significant. So, in some modern contexts, in Israel, it's also observed as Yom HaKadosh HaKlali. It's a general Kaddish that people are saying for victims of the Holocaust whose date of death is unknown. So even Holocaust victims are remembered today. And kind of like the theme of the day is that the focus is not only the destruction, but it kind of reflects on spiritual decay that leads up to physical destruction. So kind of this idea that the Israelites were wrong before the sight of God, and then the judgment came upon that generation in the form of the Babylonian exile, as we know it. And that is kind of the themes that perhaps Jewish people will be meditating on today as they're thinking about their conduct and their correct standing before God and all of those interesting things. This fast actually appears in the Bible itself, as Zechariah records it, and he says that these fast days that today are kind of like signs of mourning will one day become signs of joy. So that is very interesting idea that Zechariah writes to us about. He says that the fast of the 4th, the 5th, the 7th, and the 10th shall become times of joy and gladness and cheerful feasts for the house of Judah, therefore love, truth, and peace. So the 10th of Tevet, it's the 10th, the fast of the 10th. So I think we have done a lesson on the Hebrew months, if you vaguely remember. And Tishrei is when we celebrate Rosh Hashanah, right? So the new year, the Jewish New Year, it starts with Tishrei. Technically, according to biblical specifications and definitions, Tishrei is the 7th month. It's literally called the 7th month. So if you rearrange the months, and then the fast of the 10th is Tevet, the fast of the 7th is Tisha B'Av, Tammuz will be the 5th, and the 4th would be, the 7th. Just like I said, is Tishrei, it's Gedalia. The 5th is Tisha B'Av, and the 4th is Yud Zayin B'Tammuz, the 17th of Tammuz. All right. The 5th is the Tisha B'Av. Yes. Yes. So you're counting from Nisan. So Nisan is the first month. There's some connotations even within New Testament scriptures. Yeshua also laments over the impending destruction of Jerusalem once again in Matthew 23:37. So even he laments over the destruction of the temple. Okay, some Hebrew words and phrases it would be nice for us to do. So something for next week, I have some sort of activity planned for us. So you should brush up on your vocab for for the activity, which is going to be fun. Okay. I will send in the WhatsApp group what kind of categories I want you guys to focus on, and hopefully going to have a fun time. Okay. All right.
That's good. Sounds fun.
Okay. Well, I hope so. Okay. עשרה בטבת. Say עשרה בטבת.
עשרה בטבת.
Good. עשרה is
10.
Tevet is Tevet, yeah, the name of the month. Okay, Tzom is Tzom, good,
Tom.
fast. Ta'anit,
Ta'anit.
yes, Ta'anit, good. Ta'anit is another word for fasting. Comes from the root ana, ain nun hey, which means to kind of like afflict, like an affliction. Okay, so Ta'anit. The fast of Esther is called Ta'anit Esther. The fast of Esther, like leading up to Purim. And there's another fast day. Achila ushtiya. Yes.
Achila ushtiya.
Yeah. Let's do it again.
Achila.
Achila ushtiya.
Yes. Good. Achila. Notice without the dagesh in the kaf. Right? Achila ushtiya.
Achila ushtiya.
So achila is
Eating.
and shtiya is drinking. Pretty simple. Okay. Let's say matzah.
So.
Matzah.
Matzor.
Yes. A word for siege. Okay. Let's say churban.
Khurban.
Churban. Good. Word for destruction.
Khurban. Mikdash.
And all this theme basically ties to Churban Beit HaMikdash.
Khurban.
Churban Beit HaMikdash. Yes. Yerushalayim, you know?
Nebuchadnezzar.
I don't know if I want to torture you guys, but
Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes. Yes, Nebuchadnezzar. Okay. Who was Melech Bavel?
Melech Bavel.
Melech means king. Bavel means
Babylon.
yes. Okay, Shamil, here's some more interesting vocabulary for us. Tshuva.
Teshuvah.
Yes, tshuva.
Say that again.
Well, you can
Teshuvah.
say that with the shvana a little bit more pronounced. You can say teshuvah, but the way that it really comes out is tshuva. It's like super short.
Teshuvah. Right.
Tshuva.
Teshuvah.
Yes.
Teshuvah. Teshuvah.
There's a repentance or a returning. Right. So it comes from the word shuv, which is to return or return. So that's kind of the idea that Jewish people, when they're doing repentance, we don't really understand that in terms of repentance. Really, more like turning to God, or you're perhaps elsewhere, but now you are turning yourself to God. Your shuv, you are turning to God. Cheshbon nefesh.
חשבון נפש.
Say it again, please.
Cheshbon nefesh.
חשבון נפש.
Shon nefesh.
So cheshbon nefesh is self-examination. So cheshbon is literally a calculation.
חשב.
And check, right? Or is
Yeah.
that like the slang?
Yeah, no, like you can go to a
Shar
restaurant.
hashbon.
Cheshbon, yes. Then he will start examining himself. No, I'm just yeah, he's gonna bring you a check. He's gonna give you yes, so but that's kind of like this calculation of your soul, of your nefesh. With the nefesh being translated as soul is a little bit difficult because we are kind of importing Platonic categories a little bit into it. But nefesh is like the like the breath and the inner being of a person. It could also be the whole of the person sometimes in particular contexts, like a life. Okay. Evel.
אבל.
Yes.
אבל.
Pretty simple to pronounce. Evel is morning. Not morning like a morning and evening, but morning like morning instead. Okay. Zikaron.
זיכרון.
Yes. Zikaron.
זיכרון.
Remember it.
זיכרון.
Literally like a memory. So when you have in יום הזיכרון, יום הזיכרון לחללי צה"ל, a day of remembrance for the fallen soldiers of the IDF, or יום הזיכרון לשואה, it's a
Holocaust.
day for the Holocaust, for the Shoah. So zikaron is a remembrance. Big theme, by the way, like this is just a side note, but zikaron, memory, is a big theme within the Jewish mindset. A lot of the things that Jewish people do and how they behave and where the traditions are coming from, the philosophy really is from memory. Is what do we do with memory? How do we immortalize and interpret what happened to us into the future? Geula.
גאולה.
Geula.
גאולה.
Yes. Redemption. It's the word for redemption. It's also a feminine name, but it sounds really old. If you have a girl, do not call her Geula because it's such an old name. Like Chava and Chaya, it's like really like old sounding names. Okay. Some more words. Slichot.
סליחות.
It comes from slicha, which is forgiveness. And it's actually a list of penitential prayers that are recited on days like these. Kaddish.
קדיש.
Kaddish. Yeah, maybe you've heard of Kaddish before. It's a particular prayer, as you said in Aramaic, it's in Hebrew. And it doesn't really have anything to do with mourning per se, although the connotation really is that of mourning, because recited in like funerals. It is recited for the anniversary of a passing of a loved one, and so on and so forth. But when you examine the lyrics, it has nothing to do with mourning whatsoever. It's like an exaltation of God. It's in Aramaic. But it really kind of came to be associated with mourning, but it is intrinsically not. So we touched on Yom HaKadosh HaKlali, which was today. You can say that, Yom HaKadosh HaKlali.
Yom HaKadosh HaKlali.
Yes.
Kalali.
It's a general Kaddish day. Another Jewish belief that if you recite a Kaddish over a person who has passed away, it helps him ascend in the Olam Haba, in the other world.
Olam Haba.
Yes. Tefillah. Yeah, so just like tshuva, you can say tshuva or teshuvah, right? Like really pronouncing the syllables. You can also say tefillah, but the way that it comes out, it's tefillah.
Tefillah. Right.
Yeah.
Tefillah.
Yes.
Tefillah.
All right, I believe that this is it. Yes. Okay, I will send you all this, all these words. They will be for next week's activity. So just be ready for that. And it's going to be fun for everyone. Okay. Now moving on to I am okay. Right. So we did a little bit of chet, right? And read a little bit, but just like I said, I will offer us to keep going. Before that, I want to go over some work that I think came out in last week's reading, and they are, I think you know them already. If not, then let's recite them together, and then I will probably be a good thing for me to revise the grand vocabulary document that hasn't been done in a while. I will send it to you. So the word chavera, chavera, yes,
Chavera.
which is the feminine version of friend. Somebody remember or wants to derive the masculine from it?
Chaver.
Well, yes, good. Okay. Chadasha.
Chadasha.
Okay, Chadasha is another adjective. Means new, also in the feminine form. How would the masculine sound like? Yes. Did you know that word before? Like, did you know the word chadash before?
I mean, I've heard it before, but I didn't pull it from there. I'll do
okay.
it from there.
From here, from like looking at this.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great. This is fantastic. Okay, now this one. Can you read this one on your own? Julian said, "Chachama." I read her lips.
Hakama.
Chachama.
Chachama.
Yes.
Wow. I think it's a wise person to say that.
That's good. Okay. It's chachama. How would the masculine be?
Chacham.
Chacham, that's right. Did you know that before? Awesome, fantastic. So this is precisely what you're already figuring it out, right? Like once you get a feminine adjective, you can, okay, chachama, what would be chacham, right? This is our goals. And this is making our goals, falling through. Okay. How was this word?
Anna.
Yes, which is
Hana.
why they're asking for the masculine for okay. Chumash, we said that last week, which is from the word. What is the good chamesh, which means what? Five. So Chumash, the five books of Moses. The word for the Pentateuch. Okay. Muy bueno. Muy bien. I should speak.
Mitzigan, right? Mitzigan.
Mitzigan.
Mit
Ki.
Yes. So we are in the letter Kuf. We are, just like I said before, we're trying to so far as much as we can. I really want to get this curriculum over, so we're skipping a lot, but I think you don't need a lot of that. We will get to reading some texts, hopefully, like by the time we'll finish it. Also, we'll continue working on dialogues and stuff like that as we go. Okay. So, Kuf sounds like a kaf with a dagesh. K is in king, right? So this is very, very simple. And then you have the example in number 2 to kind of illustrate this for you, right? So ka and ka, ke, ki, ku, ke, ko, ku. Right? So kaf and chaf, kaf are virtually the same. Okay. Armed with this knowledge, let's read. Friends,
I love the way armed with this knowledge.
it's Bar Chamesh. Bevakasha.
Makum Arush.
This is about it.
Kadosh. Makum Kadosh.
Okay.
Kadosh. Makum Kadosh.
Know what it means?
Kadosh is holy, right?
Yes, good.
Holy. Makum.
Calm here.
I hear it in a song, but I don't know.
Okay. So,
Makum. Oh, holy place.
so here's a hint for us. Makom Kadosh, a holy place. Yom. We've talked about it just in the context of what was remembered today. Yom is a day. Yom Zikaron, a day of remembrance. Ken is yes, you know that very well. And Yaakov would be Jacob, right? Nothing quite surprising there. So the last we should be able to do no problem. So Mary Ellen, let's do number 6.
I'm away. Sha'al et Yaakov. The teacher asked, and Sha'al asked Jacob.
Yes. Good. Fantastic. Would you care? Try? Yeah. Want to try?
Sure.
Okay. I'll help you out. Don't worry.
Yaakov
Yes.
ma
Yep.
זה
זה. Good.
מקום
Yes.
קדוש.
Yes.
Job.
Excellent reading. Okay. What do you think it means?
Jacob,
Yes.
what is this?
So we said Makom Kadosh, do you remember? Just from here?
Bottom of the page.
A holy place?
Yes.
Jacob, what is a holy place?
Jacob, what is a holy place? Very good job, man. Okay, 8. Let's pick on John.
Right. Yaakov ענה, בית כנסת מקום קדוש.
Yes. Good reading, John.
Thanks. Jacob answers, the synagogue is the holy place, is holy place.
Yes. So Jacob answered. So
Ana.
Ana, yes. So Ana is in the past. Jacob answered. So answers would be One.
One, right. Mhm.
Yes. Good reading, yes. Jacob answered, a synagogue is a holy place. Okay. And notice I'm supplying the to be verb. Again, right? Number 9. יוליה, בבקשה, מספר 9.
כן, אמר המורה בית כנסת מקום קדוש.
Yes. Good reading.
Yes. Agreed the teacher? Said the teacher? The synagogue is the holy place?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Amar Hamore, said the teacher. Amar is said in the past tense. Bet Knesset, Makom Kadosh, the synagogue is a holy place. Good affirming teacher. Number 10, Melanie, would you care?
יום השבת הוא יום קדוש.
Yes. Good reading. And oh, we'll have a translation for that one. Okay, the Sabbath day is
Holiday.
Holiday.
a holiday. Good. And you can notice here that the who is a pronoun, but it functions as a verb here. Did you see that? So Yom HaShabbat, like it could have been written in a similar way that the other sentences were. So Bet Knesset Makom Kadosh. And I'm supplying the verb. The synagogue is a holy place. Right? But here, Yom Shabbat, Hu Yom Kadosh, is a holy day. Right? So that's what I meant when I was saying that the pronouns can function in a verbal sense, like here. So sometimes when you want to be very specific about what you mean, particularly in modern Hebrew, it doesn't really occur in biblical or classical Hebrew as much. But here, like you want to be specific, that's how you do it. There's a more of a proliferation of the use of the pronoun as a to-be verb. I think as modern Hebrew tries to be in step with the Western world, with English and the effects of other languages, the European languages and so on. And also in translation works, when sometimes it's necessary, you would have to use that pronoun. Okay. Luis, ¿cómo estás, amigo?
Bien, number 11, right?
בבקשה, מספר 11.
Israel Am Kadosh.
Yes. Good reading, bro. What does it mean?
Sorry, what is it?
What? Come again?
Oh, I say, what do you said?
What does it mean?
Oh, Israel, the people or
People,
Yeah.
yeah?
people Kadosh, holy.
Yes. Israel is a holy people. Right? Let's see what this person here says. That doesn't say anything. Israel Am Kadosh. But let's say you wanted to use a pronoun to make it very specific. What would you do? And can you say it?
Israel Kadosh.
Yes, good. Right, this is another way of saying it. Right. Okay. מספר 12, we're coming back to France.
Tov, Torah.
תעשה גם 13 בבקשה. תעשה גם 13 בבקשה. גם 12 וגם 13.
קדשים, תהיו.
Good. Very good. כתוב בתורה, מספר 12, כתוב בתורה 13, קדושים תהיו.
תהיו.
תהיו. תהיו.
So that yod is kind of just.
There's like a little bit of an air here. Tihyu. Kind of like rides on the hay and just like, goes off. Tihyu. Okay. That's מה זה אומר.
Like it's
There's a translation here. So you already have a translation here. כתוב בתורה, it is written in the Torah, קדושים תהיו. You shall be home. קדושים תהיו. So תהיו is this sort of like a to be verb. But it's like not quite. It's like so haya is was, yet is will, in parentheses be, and ihye is will be. Ihye will be. So when you add the prefix tav, tihiyu, and you make it plural, kdoshim tihiyu. So you will be. You shall be.
once again,
Yeah.
and will be.
Yeah. But when it's second person, plural, then you get the you. masculine. Okay. That's where the belief that the Hebrew word for Adonai, the Tetragrammaton, it comes from this Haya, Hoveh, and Ihiyah. It's kind of like an amalgamation of like of those things, like something that was and will be fascinating. Oh, and here, because, and Mary Ellen, that was also the next slide.
Yeah. Ki kadosh ani
Right.
Adonai Elo
Hello.
Elohim Elohim
Elohim.
Elohim Elohim.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Good.
Elohim.
The last one was perfect. Yes. Because, or for, I am Ani, the Lord your God. And Elohim is the God of Chem, your. Okay. Dosh, Ani, Adonai. And then you can see from here how it looks like. Wait, I will illustrate this a little bit better. Okay. This, let me just pull it up quick. Okay. This. Where am I? Here I am. Okay, so just for an illustration. Oops. Okay, so Haya was, Yeh will be, and Hoveh is the present. So you can kind of like understand where the derivation or the interpretation of the explicit name of God would be from. Just like grammatically. So something that was and something that will be. Something that is. Something along those. Okay. That would be it. Thank you for coming. Again, next week, brush up on your vocab because it's going to be something fun for you with the vocab. And I will, Bezrat Hashem, see you next week.
תודה.
בבקשה.
Happy New
Thank you very
Year.
much.
שנה טובה.